Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Masterpiece, the most inspirational podcast in the land. Today's guest joining us from Texas. She's an attorney, she's a wife, she's a mother, very busy business professional, but she's also a professional bodybuilder. So stay tuned for after this intro to hear the story from a true masterpiece, a true inspiration, Miss Jennifer Jones.
Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go.
Hello, Miss Jones.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming to the show. Like I said,
Yeah,
this is the masterpiece, the most inspirational show in the land. Our goal here is to inspire people to get active, stay active, and if we can inspire one, we've done our job. So,
absolutely.
gonna jump straight into it. So, 40 years old, you're out of
hmm
Texas, bodybuilding for 1 year. 1 year. So,
Yeah.
at the age of 39, maybe 40, what led you to get into bodybuilding?
Yeah, I joke with people about this all the time because people ask the same question like what made you get into it? And I really think that the sport chose me. I didn't choose the sport. I was actually just working out for my own physical fitness and to feel good. Obviously, with working out, looks come with it, but that was never my motivation to get in shape. It was just really around just feeling good for myself. And as I was training with my current trainer, he's like, your body really responds to these exercises really well. I like where you're progressing. How about, you decide to do bodybuilding? And at first I was like, absolutely not. That was not a desire of mine, not a goal of mine. So I shot him down like several times. And then after he kept weighing me down, I was like, you know what? Let me give it a try. What could it hurt? And if I'm thinking about always trying to grow and get better and better, why not challenge myself to something like this? So I tried it. I competed in my first show, August of 2023. And I guess the rest is history. I really enjoyed it. I loved the challenge, which I knew that I was going to get. Was if I didn't get anything else, I was going to get a challenge out of it. And so I did like the challenge. I like the mental aspect of training for a competition because I think sometimes people think that it's only physical. And for me, I feel like the physical aspect was only a minor part of the entire process, which was really mental to stay with
Yeah.
something for so long and be committed and disciplined to get the results that you want. That takes a lot of mental fortitude. So again, I say that I didn't really choose the sport, but I'm glad it chose me because I've enjoyed it so far and looking forward to where it takes me.
Well, congratulations. And good
Thank
job
you.
sticking to going through the process, sticking to it, and coming out on top with your pro card. So, but um, figure. So you compete as figure. So
Mhm.
figure is the most probably the most demanding as far as muscle density and everything else
Yes.
as far as females. So was there any reservations as far as putting on that type of muscle?
At first it was right, but as I continued to do it, I realized that I still like the essence of me was still there, right? Because I thought that I was going to maybe lose a little bit of femininity or maybe come across too hard. And I don't think I did. And people gave me that same kind of feedback. It's like even though you met the requirements of figure, which is a lot to do with symmetry. And again, figure chose me as well because I didn't know what category I was going to be appropriate for. But as I was training and working with my posing coaches and other people that's like experts in this field, they were like, no, your body type is figured. That's exactly what you should do. And I'm like, okay. So I really didn't know what to expect, but I think it didn't really click in my mind the amount of muscle that I was developing until I saw like the after show pictures. And I was like, wow. Because as you're going through the process, at least for me, I
Yeah.
didn't see myself how I was being seen. And it just took looking at the pictures to see like, oh, okay, you have gained quite a bit of muscle definition, and I really think there's still more to be done. And so that's kind of where I'm at right now, is in this off season, trying to come even harder and better during the next show.
Yeah, like I said, but good job, and it's amazing how we don't see ourselves the way
No,
other people
yeah,
see us. I walk
yeah,
around, I walk around in stores and be like, "Man, what do you do?" And I be like, "Man, I work out,"
yeah.
but you
And it's
know,
so funny you say that, because oh my gosh, so like the closer I got to the competition, like men would stop me in the store and was like, "Ma'am, you are fit." Like, you don't really see a lot of women walking around with, the traps and shoulder
yeah,
caps and things like that. And at first it was kind of like I was taken aback by it, but then I started to embrace it, because it was like, okay, well, somebody is seeing the hard work that I'm putting in. Even if I can't see it myself, somebody is noticing it. But yeah, you're right. People will stop in the store like, wow, you're in shape.
yeah.
And so yeah, yeah.
So you go to your first competition,
Hmm.
very first time on stage. You win your pro card. I'm sure. I don't know how many events you entered. Maybe you entered novice, open, and master.
Yes, that's right.
Yep. So I would assume you won all three and you got your pro card. So how did that feel to get on the stage and win to become a pro after your very first competition?
It blew my mind. If I could be honest, like it didn't really, it still feels unreal. And it's been several months since the show. Like it blew my mind. I just wanted to go and get to the stage, right? I was trying to just get to the stage. I didn't want to psych myself out and say, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore. Like I wanted to just say, Jen, stick with it, get on the stage, and wherever however it pans out, at
Yeah.
least you made it to the stage, because a lot of people don't even get to that point. I mean, I was training with some folks and they didn't even get to the point. They were just like, you know what, I'm backing out. I can't even do it. And so the fact that I got to the stage was a goal of mine and the success that I needed. But then to sweep the figure category during that competition just blew my mind, because I competed with some women that were phenomenal, that looked great, and some of which had experience in the past. So it was just such a humbling experience. Like I literally, I think, bowed to the judges when I got the pro card, because I was just like, oh my gosh, I did not anticipate or expect this at all, but I'm so thankful, so grateful for the opportunity. So it just gave me the motivation to say, okay, girl, let's see where else we can go with this, and let's move to the next level.
Okay. So after you, now that you've been through a round, you got your pro card, and
Mhm.
you've been through the process. So what's your favorite? What's your most? What do you love about the sport?
I think I love, and I hope this doesn't sound cliche, but it's really true about how I feel. I love the challenge of the sport. I mean, you can go to the gym every day. You could be a fitness trainer yourself. You can be an avid enthusiast for all things fitness and still not be able to have what it takes to compete in this sport. Like the level of intensity, dedication, commitment, all the things that are required to be successful in this sport, I just take my hats off to all of the folks that have been doing this for years. Like now, having gone through it one time myself, that's all it took was that one time, for me to realize that it takes a lot, and for people to make it to the highest of these ranks in this sport, and to go on and just receive all of the awards and accolades. It takes a lot. It takes more than just showing up to the gym. It takes more than just eating right. It's a combination of a lot of things, a lot of things. And so I think the part that grew for me the most, or where I learned the most, was my mental capacity, my mental ability, like the way my mind transformed during this process. So for me, that was the highlights. The looks, and how my body transformed, that was all good as well, but the ability to tap into like the depths of my spirit and my mind and my soul to overcome something like this, I think was what I got out of it the most.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the least favorite. So what do you like least about the sport? I mean, what's the most challenging aspects for you?
Yeah, for me it was the constant, like the diet. So it is not so much the diet in terms of eating the necessary foods. It was the the it, the same thing every day. It was the repetition. And
Oh,
it's like if you missed a day or you was off a day, that can kind of set you back, right? So it was every day, showing up every day at the same time, eating the same foods for as long as you needed to before the coach or the trainer changed the diet. To me, I think that was the hardest thing because many times I had to like forego social activities because I didn't want to get distracted. I didn't want to be tempted to like go off plan. And I would have friends that say, okay, Jen, when you come to this social activity, I'm going to have fruit and vegetables, right? Because in their minds, they're like, how can you go wrong with eating fruit and vegetables? Like, I'm going to have
yeah.
a vegetable platter, I'm going to have a fruit platter, and this is what Jen can eat. And I'm thinking to myself, that fruit ain't on the plan. The
Yeah.
vegetables, there is like a certain amount that I could eat, and once I've exceeded that, that's it. So it was just that. It was like I felt like I had to close myself off a little bit, just to stay focused on the diet and eating the same things at the same times in the same quantities that I needed to do in order to be successful. So yeah, that was definitely the most challenging.
Yeah. So that diet's amazing. How long you have to eat something to get in shape, and then it's amazing how little you can eat something bad to lose it.
Yes.
And it's like,
Yes, I'm thinking, okay, one pineapple, and I'm exaggerating, but I'm just thinking to myself, like, one bite of this chicken nugget can't be that bad, right? But it will set you back. It will set you
yeah,
back for sure. Yeah,
yeah. So
yeah,
yeah, I struggle with the same stuff. So if I have a cheat day, I know I cheated beyond what I should have cheated, and I'm out hitting the track for 10 hours.
yeah,
But
yeah. Trying to make
yeah.
up for it. Yeah,
So
yeah.
what have you learned about yourself? So what has the sport taught you about yourself that maybe you didn't that you discovered in the sport?
Yeah, so I talked a little bit about it with one of your prior questions, and it's about like the mental aspect that it takes to be successful in the sport. And I realized that if I can really tap into like the depths of my mind, I can accomplish anything. So to me, because I thought that this was like so unreachable, like this goal, especially winning my first show, winning first place across several categories and getting my pro card, to me, that didn't seem possible at all. So when it happened, and coupled with how my mind transformed through the process, I was like, really? We could do anything we put our minds to. And I know that saying has been going around for decades, of that cliche about anything you put your mind to, you could do it. And this exercise taught me just that. It taught me that there are no boundaries, only the ones that I set. So if I set the boundary, then that's the boundary. But if I push past those boundaries, if I tell myself and I believe it and I mean it and say, hey, I can do this, by any means it can be done. And so that's what I'm most excited about, like that most of the things that I want to accomplish is squarely within my control, and it's up to me to go out and get it. So that is what I love the most about this entire process.
Okay, amen. I agree 100%. So
Yeah.
what wakes you up? I mean, what do you say to yourself when you wake up? I mean, what's your source of inspiration? What keeps you going?
Yeah, so I think now my inspiration are my children, especially my daughter. My son, obviously he looks up to me to some extent, but he recognizes that we're of different genders. And so there's more of what my husband does that he aspires to be. But my daughter, like the fact that I've kind of done this for so long and they see that I get up, early in the morning, most of the times before they even are up, I'm already have trained, I've already done my cardio and all of that before they even get up. And they know that mommy's at the gym or whatever. I like when my daughter is like looking up to that and saying, "Oh, mommy, look at my muscles." And she'll like try to do a little bicep curl or something. Or she'll say, "Mommy, I found a video on YouTube and I worked out today." So for me, it's like breaking those generational curses, if you will, where, at least for me, fitness wasn't valued in my family when I was growing up. That I don't think I recall anyone saying anything about going to the gym or whatever. And that's not me being critical. It's just it wasn't part of our lifestyle. It wasn't things that we celebrated. And so now I'm giving my kids something else to aspire to be. That fitness doesn't have to be in your youth. That you can still reinvent yourself and make new challenges in the fitness world, even 40 and up. And so I think that's what motivates me, is what the inspiration that I get from my kids, and the excitement that they get from seeing me, live out my dreams and accomplish my goals. And that's really inspiring.
So are you the first bodybuilder in your family that you know of, or?
I am the first bodybuilder in my family. Like, it blew their minds too. So a lot of them, because I closed off myself a little bit closer to the show, but we did have some family events, so they were kind of seeing me like during peak week and like the week prior to peak week, and they were just like, "Oh my gosh!" Like, seeing how my body had responded to the program. And so, no, like, they will tell you, like, not only am I the first bodybuilder, I'm the first person that's dedicated to the gym. And so I'm
Wow.
kind of I'm encouraging them too, like, my cousins, and sometimes my siblings, they'll be like, "Okay, Jen, I want to start losing weight, I want to start getting in shape, what advice do you have, what can I do?" So even my mom and others in my family. So it's like, my aunt, she's in her 60s and she got a trainer. So
Wow.
she's like, so it just kind of motivates people to, like, okay, if I want to give myself the longevity of life. I know we don't know
Mhm.
when life is over for us. We can't control that. But if you want to give yourself the best chance to living as long as you can, you got to
Yeah.
give fitness a try. You got to move your body. You got to put the right things in your mouth most of the time. And so them seeing me do it is giving them the motivation to do whatever it is that they are able to do as well.
Well, good job being a good example for your kids and for your family.
Yes, yes.
So what's next with Miss Jen?
So I am excited that I am going to enter into a professional show in 2025. I haven't set the
Okay.
date yet, but I will compete in 2025 at the professional level, just to kind of see how I shake with them girls, because they come with it. I've seen a lot of
Yeah.
professional figure competitors, and they are top tier. So now it's for me to do the work in the off season to be able to compete with them at those levels. So I'm super excited about that next challenge, and hopefully, things work out just as well as they've worked out so far.
Okay. Well, good. Well, good luck to your first pro show. I don't know. Are you sticking with NFF, the same
Yeah,
federation, or are you
yeah, I
going to
have
explore?
yeah, I think, well, for one, I want to remain natural, and not anything against people who are not, because to each his own, right? But I'd like to see what my natural body is able to do. So I'm excited to stay with the Natural Federation, and NFF has been great so far. I mean, I know that there are other natural federations out there, and who knows, there may be opportunities with them as well. But NFF, my first show, my first interaction with folks within that organization, nothing but positive, nothing but positive. I mean, well ran, very well organized. The competitors were super, supportive. Even those that I was competing against and had done it before, they were giving me tips, and they were celebrating me as much as like family and friends were celebrating me once I, got the pro card and the win. And I've made some friends with a lot of the folks that I competed with. So it's a refreshing feeling to be able to be a
Yeah.
part of an organization that is just as well recognized and well organized as NFF, but also be able to meet the type of people that come through that federation. They're just great, great people. So I'm excited and looking forward to sticking with them.
Okay. Well, hope to
Yeah.
see you. So I'm a
Yes, of
fellow
course.
NFF competitor, so maybe we do the same show. Don't know if you're there, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'll be back
Yeah.
in competition next year myself.
All right.
So,
That sounds good.
what piece of inspiration can you give the audience to get out there to get active and stay active?
Yeah, so for me, it's just do whatever you can. Like, sometimes people assume, like, if I'm not doing what someone else is doing or at the level that someone else is doing, that's not enough. So if I can't do that, then I won't do anything. And for me, I think that whatever you're able to do is better than nothing, right? So, and I talked about it a little bit before. If you want to give yourself the best opportunity to live a productive and fruitful and feel good life, you have to give fitness a try, not only physically, but mentally. I feel like sometimes some of the mental struggles that people deal with, anxiety, depression, some of those can be maybe not resolved, but can be mitigated and helped through fitness. And so even if it's 10 minutes on the treadmill, or walking around the neighborhood for 20 minutes, or deciding that I'm going to sub, one of my meals today, instead of going through the McDonald's drive through, let me just go grab me a salad somewhere, subbing out one of your meals. Or instead of drinking the Simply Lemonade, no shade to Simply Lemonade, but instead of drinking that, deciding, okay, let me replace this drink with some water. Small steps, small things. And we all are not perfect, so we're not going to get it right every day. But if we just aspire to each day do something that contributes to fitness and a healthy lifestyle, then we've done more than we can do. And so I just encourage people to do whatever it takes, do whatever makes sense for you and your lifestyle, and don't try to think that you have to like overrow or build Rome in one day. Just take one step at a time, do something different that you've not done before, and then kind of see where it takes you from there. But do something. Do something.
Yeah, but do
Yeah.
something. Get active, stay active. You
Yeah.
heard it from Miss Jones.
Yeah.
Uh, Figure Pro after her first competition. Hey, follow her advice. Get out there, get active, and stay active.
Yeah.
So, give you a moment to talk about, I guess, your trainer, Mr. Massenberg. What great things you have to say about your trainer?
Yeah, the best. Okay, I just say that. I know everybody gonna say they try to the best, and I get that. But when I say the best, because not only is he a former competitor himself, but he understands how the body responds and what nutrition and exercise do when you blend the two together and you do it the right way. So I trust him. He has not steered me wrong. He's not only a trainer for those who want to get into competitive bodybuilding, but he just daily, like if you just want to be fit on a daily basis and just live a healthy lifestyle without wanting to be a competitor, he's good with that as well. So I encourage anyone who is looking to expand their horizons, they need a new trainer, or maybe they don't have a trainer at all and just want to get started, definitely recommend him. He's great for all levels of fitness, nutrition. The meal plan and the exercise plan come together. It's like a family affair. So a lot of the clients that he trains, I've gotten to know them, even though they're on different paths and doing different things. We've gotten to know each other, and and I don't put my mouth behind a lot of people, but I can stand by this one for sure. And the real deal, real training, real results.
Okay, yeah, very nice. I mean, your presentation speaks for itself. So, is it
Yeah.
all? Do you know if you offer online, in person, or how does that work?
Yeah, I think most of his trainings are in person. He has a gym that he works out of, but he's also he'll travel to wherever the client is. If the client has a gym that they prefer to go to, or they're in a different location than he is, he I know he does travel to different client sites. But I'm not sure he offers any online support right now. But that may be something he's interested into expanding in the future. But he's local in the Dallas Fort Worth area.
Dallas Fort Worth. Gotcha.
Yep.
But there you have it. The proof is in the pudding. Miss Jones, first time competitor, first time pro, won three events. So good job, Mr. Massenberg. And if you're in the Dallas Fort Worth area, hey, look him up. And if nothing else, follow Miss Jennifer here on Instagram at Jen Jones 10 uh, to support her, encourage her, and just to follow her journey to her
Thank
pro
you.
debut. So appreciate your time, man, for being in the masterpiece. True inspiration. Wish you all the best as you go forward in your competition, and
Thank
hopefully
you.
I see you on stage. Any
Hopefully.
parting thoughts?
No, just thank you for having me. I think what you're doing here is terrific. I hope it touches a lot of people. And yeah, hit me up on IG if you have any questions. And thank you all for listening.
Yep. So thank you, everyone. Go out there, be inspired, be an inspiration, get active, stay active. Thank you, Miss Jones. Until next time, the masterpiece is out.
Thank you.